Well, now on BBC Two, we take a youthful look at life on tour with the boys from Madness and get the Roadies' tale.
Roadies right out. Roadies are fat with beer guts and big beers. We were discussing that we don't really wish this to be called the Roadies thing because most people have got a term already in their mind that roadies are, you know, not a nice person.
It used to be just showing up
it's an industry,
boxes and bits and pieces. Now it's computers and...
The amount of work that we get through in a day, which is quite technical, is pretty good. Astonishingly good.
Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the lighthouse net. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the lighthouse net. Temptations on its way. Welcome to the house of fun.
This is basically the lighting truck. So with all the lighting equipment coming off it. And driving the truck is obviously my...
But you do all this
yeah, help unload and load, basically, yeah.
So where were you last night?
Bristol.
So what time did you get here?
I think we pulled in here about 4 in the morning. Now,
I'm the mains electrician for the lights. Making all the dimmers work for the lights. Making the chain hoist work, which lift it up in the air.
stage manager, really. Just make sure everything on stage runs to time as it should do. Chaps like Jerry here make sure it's all clamped together. Bits don't fall off. Hopefully. All right, that's that done.
That's that.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Oh, give me a shout when that is hanging directly above it.
It's called rigging. We call it a few other things sometimes.
Which way? Upstage.
Finding the positions to hang all the lighting system up, really, and sometimes the sound system.
That's all right for you.
We have a little bit more if you want.
I don't know. It's not very much fun, you know.
Spinning out.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do about this.
So at the moment we're trying to work out a way to sling between the 2 points so we can hang it in the middle of the 2 points.
So what's your job?
What's my job? I'm a very light man.
Right. And how long have you been
How long have I been doing this? I've been doing lighting about 10 years, but only very lights about 6 months.
There's going to be a chain on there, and then chain has an electric motor on it which climbs its own chain, pulls the lighting system up. So it has to be attached to a strong point in the roof. It's just that with some places it's easier and some places it's not, and this, it happens to be not. This place is all in the wrong place.
Roof it right there, please.
Half a minute on the thing.
PA system.
Don't always
About
use all
24 kilowatts.
I'm just making a list as to what the things that I need. I usually do all the shopping and cook the dinner, and Beverly does all the breakfast, does all the sandwiches for the crew buses.
I wasn't working and somebody said, how do you fancy making sandwiches on the road? I didn't realise what it entailed though. Usually you get up, you see the inside of the hall, you see the kitchen, and then you go on to the bus again and that's it. you only see things on days off. Well, I've seen loads of Europe that I've never seen before. Scandinavia, Germany, Hungary, France, Spain, everywhere.
Right, going out.
It's a mixing console with 16 separate outputs, basically. What it works out as is that one controls what Chrissy Boy on the far side hears, and then Lee's got his own one, Carl Suggs, one over here for Mark, the bass player, the percussionist, etc., etc., etc.
Do you want the lid off this? Yes, please.
When I started 5 or 6 years ago, it was unloading all the boxes yourself, dragging them all upstairs into tiny little gigs, and you slowly do less and less and less. Well, that's the theory. I can keep on doing this forever, but lifting boxes, eventually I'm going to have to give up.
Lid first, no, lid first. Go next to it.
So what, they're still serving breakfast at lunchtime? Why is
Finish
this?
about 2 o'clock because people get up at different times. Thanks.
Oh, thank you very much. Got anything to eat with?
So what time did you get up this morning?
About 8 for a run, canoeing, bit of mountaineering, and went back to bed. And then come in, have my breakfast, and then
Then the serious business of the day starts.
yeah, it might start about 2 once the lighting have actually finished their job, but they're a bit slow these days, so.
Climb 11. Needs to lift. Now, lift it. Hold it. Yeah. Okay.
So what do you look after altogether?
Drums, percussionists, keep an eye on Lee's saxes and Carl's saxes drums.
Did you actually play any of these things yourself, or just look after them?
Just look after. Wouldn't mind being out playing.
How did you get into this business?
I just used to know Suggs and Lee, like years ago, or mainly Suggs. I just sort of went on from there. I started gigging, I used to go to them. I just carried on.
And you doing what?
Just check the tune it just for sound check. After the piano tune has been, take a reading of his tuning and then put them all in pitch together.
Means you yourself?
Oh yeah, I taught most of the band.
So what have you got here?
A winder for winding up quickly. That's it. All spare strings, tuners. Basically all you need for life on the road.
So if anything happens in the middle of the show, you can...
Well, I'll have one for spare on standby. I'll just go. Oh yeah, it's got a bit over. It's good man.
Just miking up. I do the mains, stack the PA and wire the PA, and sometimes do the monitors.
This one's alright. I've got a few problems on the other board. That'll be alright.
Okay. Two.
Down ahead, down in height a bit more. Touch more. Good. Touch more. Quite a big touch. A bit more. Up touch. A little bit good. Next one. Straight down stage. Down stage a bit more. Down stage. Down in height. Good.
Look at that face, worn, beaten,
battered.
He's only 24.
And that's some EC24s on the back of the bus.
Isn't Perrier wonderful, Robert?
I like a Perrier as I start work with gin in it.
That's a bit of... I haven't...
Dimmer.
Casualty, I haven't plugged them in yet, see?
2 days before this tour went out, Beverly and I were on Judy Zook. And then beginning of the year, we spent 3 months out in Europe with Tina Turner. Different bands, different amount of people, different people. But I think it's pretty well known that on the road the coaches work about the hardest, because we start in the morning, cook them breakfast, and we don't stop.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
Well, I've done it for 3 years now, probably about another year, I think, and then that'll be enough.
You always think it's going to be a lot more glamorous than what it is. The reality is that you end up peeling potatoes for about 60 people or something.
They're very famous people. Does it make any difference?
Well, I'll be able to tell my grandchildren that I've peeled potatoes for Tina Turner and Madness.
The band not here now. EQ's set in the middle. Yeah, which we're using for rhythm line.
I often watch Rob tuning up a guitar. It's the most interesting part of the day for me. Seeing I playing the drums.
That's right. Woody's a frustrated roadie. This is my little daughter, Claire. Her second favourite band is Madness. She's a traitor, she likes Wham. Don't you?
Yeah. I'm going to come down a bit. It's a bit boomy in here.